Hello, friends. Thank you so much for your amazing support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now, because this could be huge. Did you know a 1952 D mint mark from the Jefferson nickel series, honoring Thomas Jefferson, can be worth up to $22,000 in top condition? That's right, a simple 5-cent coin that could seriously change your life. Imagine finding one in your collection. This small nickel could turn into big money. Stay tuned, because your next coin might be a hidden treasure. Coin number 1. What if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin from 1952 could be hiding a fortune in your pocket right now? Yes, I'm talking about the 1952 D. Jefferson nickel. And no, I'm not joking. This is not a fantasy story. This is real coin collecting history. Before you scroll away, ask yourself one question. Have you ever actually checked your old nickels carefully? Because the 1952 D from the legendary Jefferson nickel series might look ordinary, but under the right condition or with the right error, it can become a life-changing treasure. The 1952 D was minted at the Denver Mint, and the D mint mark under Monticello confirms it. Over 30 million were produced, so at first glance it doesn't seem rare. But here's where things get interesting. High-grade uncirculated examples, especially those with full steps on Monticello, are extremely difficult to find. Most coins from that year entered circulation and got worn down. Finding a sharply struck 1952 D with full detail is like finding a needle in a haystack. That's when collectors start paying serious money, and the competition begins. Now, let's talk about why this coin is unique. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, and the reverse shows his home, Monticello. The coin weighs 5 grams and is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Simple metal, right? But condition changes everything. In average circulated condition, it may be worth only a few cents above face value. But in mint state grades like MS66 or MS67 with full steps, the value can jump into thousands of dollars. And if a dramatic mint error is involved, such as a double die, off-center strike, or major strike anomaly, prices can explode far beyond normal expectations. And now comes the part most people ignore: mint errors. Some 1952 D nickels have been discovered with striking errors or strong doubling. These rare error coins are the ones that create headlines at auctions. I am not saying every 1952 D is worth millions. Don't believe false rumors online, but I am telling you that the right combination of grade, preservation, and error can push values to extraordinary levels. In elite auction environments, rare condition coins from the United States Mint have shocked collectors with unbelievable hammer prices. Imagine this scenario. You're cleaning out an old drawer. You find a small jar of coins. Among them sits a 1952 D. Jefferson nickel. You almost ignore it, but instead, you look closer. The steps on Monticello are sharp. The surfaces shine. There are no heavy scratches. Your heart starts racing. You send it to grading. Weeks later, the grade comes back exceptionally high. Suddenly, collectors are messaging you. Auction houses are calling. That small 5-cent coin is now being discussed in serious collector circles. This is how fortunes quietly change hands. And yes, coins like this can be sold. Major auction houses handle high-end examples. But even platforms like eBay or collector groups can attract strong offers if the coin is authenticated and graded. However, never rush. Never sell raw without knowing what you have. Get it evaluated properly. Many people lose thousands because they panic sell. If you truly have a rare high-grade or error 1952 D, patience is power. But let me be clear about something important. Not every 1952 D is rare. Not every coin will make you a millionaire overnight. Ignore exaggerated claims that every old nickel is worth millions. That's not true. The market rewards rarity, condition, and verified errors. not hype. The real power of this coin lies in scarcity at the highest grades. That's what serious collectors fight for. That's what drives bidding wars. So why are you confused? Why are you ignoring the coins you already own? Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the steps on Monticello. Look for unusual doubling. Weigh it. It should be about 5.0 grams. If it looks extraordinary, don't waste time. Have it reviewed by a professional grading service. Because sometimes the smallest coin carries the biggest surprise. And if you do have that rare gem hiding in your collection, don't underestimate it. One small nickel could become the most powerful coin you've ever owned. Coin number 2. When we talk about the 1958 Jefferson nickel, we are talking about a coin that at first glance looks completely ordinary, just 5 cents, something people once used to buy candy or a newspaper. But here's where the story becomes powerful. The 1958 issue of the Jefferson nickel carries the image of President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic home Monticello on the back. It was struck during a time when America was rising into a new economic era. Most of these nickels are common, yes, but certain rare varieties, high-grade specimens, and error coins from 1958 can transform this simple 5-cent piece into something collectors chase with serious money. The excitement isn't about the face value. It's about condition, rarity, and hidden minting secrets that many people overlook. Now let's speak honestly and powerfully. A regular circulated 1958 Jefferson nickel is usually worth only a small premium above face value. However, the real treasure lies in coins preserved in extraordinary condition, coins that somehow survived decades without scratches, wear, or damage. In the world of coin grading, the difference between average and perfect is massive. A 1958 nickel graded at the very top levels, especially with full detail on Monticello steps, can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Not millions in normal circumstances, but still life-changing for a coin originally worth 5 cents. The secret is that condition rarity drives value far more than age alone. The 1958 nickels were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, meaning you may see coins with no mint mark or with a small D. The 1958 D issue had a large production, but production numbers don't always tell the full story. Many coins were heavily used in commerce during the late 1950s and 1960s, meaning finding one today in flawless mint condition is far harder than people imagine. Collectors pay strong premiums for sharply struck examples with brilliant luster. A coin that looks like it was made yesterday, even though it's nearly 70 years old, creates intense demand in the collector market. But here is where things become truly exciting. Mint errors. If your 1958 Jefferson nickel has a dramatic minting mistake, such as an off-center strike, double die features, clip planchet, or wrong planchet error, its value can multiply dramatically. Error coins are unique by nature. They are not supposed to exist. That uniqueness creates scarcity, and scarcity creates demand. Some dramatic Jefferson nickel errors from the 1950s have sold for thousands of dollars, depending on severity and eye appeal. These are the pieces that can shock families who discover them hidden in old jars or inherited collections. Another powerful factor is something collectors call full steps. On the reverse of the coin, the steps of Monticello must be sharply defined and fully separated. If all the steps are visible and uninterrupted, the coin can qualify for a premium designation when graded. This tiny detail can mean the difference between a $10 coin and a 4-figure coin. Imagine holding a nickel that looks ordinary, but under magnification, it reveals full, crisp steps that collectors desperately want. That small detail can completely transform its value. Now, let's address the dream of millions. A standard 1958 Jefferson nickel does not normally sell for millions of dollars. Claims like that often spread online without proof. However, In the broader rare coin world, extreme rarities from certain series have crossed into six-figure territory. The 1958 Jefferson nickel's realistic high-end value comes from top-graded specimens or rare errors, not from every coin dated 1958. If someone tells you every 1958 nickel is worth millions, that is simply not accurate. The power of this coin lies in specific exceptional examples, not the common ones. What makes this coin emotionally powerful is its history. In 1958, America was in the middle of the Cold War era. Automobiles were getting bigger, families were growing, and coins like this were passing through millions of hands. Each 1958 Jefferson nickel carries that silent history. It survived decades of change, inflation, economic shifts, and generational transitions. Holding one is like holding a small metallic time capsule for mid-20th century America. That emotional connection is part of why collectors love the series so passionately. So here's the real message. If you own a 1958 Jefferson nickel, don't ignore it, but don't believe unrealistic promises either. Examine it carefully. Look at the mint mark. Check the condition. Study the steps on Monticello. Look for unusual errors. If it appears exceptionally sharp and untouched, consider professional grading. While it may not automatically make you a millionaire overnight, the right 1958 example in extraordinary condition can absolutely be worth far more than 5 cents. The real treasure is knowledge. Because when you understand what makes a coin rare, you gain the power to recognize opportunity when it is sitting quietly in the palm of your hand. Coin number 3. The 1954 D. Jefferson nickel is one of those coins that can instantly spark excitement in the heart of a collector. Minted at the legendary United States Mint in Denver, this small 5-cent coin carries the bold D mint mark beneath Monticello in reverse, quietly telling its story of origin. At first glance, it may look like ordinary pocket change. But in the world of coin collecting, condition, rarity, and hidden minting quirks can transform an everyday nickel into a prized treasure. The thrill comes from the possibility that what seems common could, under the right circumstances, become remarkably valuable. In 1954, millions of Jefferson nickels were struck in Denver, meaning the 1954 D is not rare simply because of low production. However, the real magic lies in quality. Coins that survived in flawless, uncirculated condition, especially those with strong details on Monticello steps, known as full steps, are highly desirable. When a coin preserves its original mint luster, sharp strike, and untouched surfaces for over 70 years, collectors compete fiercely for it. In top certified grades, prices can climb into thousands of dollars, proving that preservation can be more powerful than age alone. Now, let's be clear and honest. A typical War 1954 D. Jefferson nickel found in circulation is usually worth only a small premium over face value. It is not automatically worth millions of dollars. The stories you sometimes hear about overnight millionaire coins usually involve extraordinary factors, such as extremely rare mint errors, experimental planchets, or coins graded at the absolute highest levels by professional services. Without those exceptional qualities, most examples remain affordable collector pieces rather than life-changing jackpots. That said, rare mint errors can electrify the market. A dramatic off-center strike, a double-die error, or a major planchet flaw can significantly increase value. Collectors love coins that tell a unique story, something that escaped the mint in an unusual way. If a 1954 D nickel were discovered with a spectacular and authenticated error in pristine condition, its price could surge far beyond normal expectations. This is why careful examination matters. A magnifying glass and proper lighting can reveal details invisible to the naked eye. The design itself also adds to its charm. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse showcases his Virginia home, Monticello. This combination of history and artistry gives a coin lasting appeal. The Jefferson nickel series, which began in 1938, replaced the Buffalo nickel and has continued for decades, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. If you believe you have a high-grade 1954 D nickel, the smartest step is professional grading. Third-party grading companies evaluate condition on a precise scale, and a single point difference at the top levels can mean a dramatic price jump. Coins graded mint state 65, 66, or higher, especially with full steps, can reach impressive auction results. Always handle coins by the edges. Avoid cleaning them, and store them in protective holders. Cleaning a coin can instantly destroy much of its collectible value. So can the 1954 D. Jefferson nickel make you a millionaire overnight? In normal circumstances, no. But can an extraordinary, perfectly preserved, or rare error example command a strong price? Absolutely. The true power of this coin lies not in exaggerated promises, but in knowledge. Understanding mint marks, conditions, strike quality, and market demand is what turns a simple nickel into a serious collectible. Before spending any old coin at face value, take a closer look, because sometimes history hides its value in the smallest details.